13th season.
And you've watched every episode. Probably like 40 times.
Yeah.
Some more than others. What's your favorite episode?
Yellow Fever.
What's it about?
Oh my god, this shit's so okay, so there's this ghost who gets killed in a horrible, horrible way. Like, he gets taken and tied with chains to a back of a car and dragged until dead, pretty much. And he's this giant scaredy cat. So people start getting this thing called yellow fever, and Dean gets it, and it causes this rash, and it causes you to hallucinate until you pretty much get scared to death. And there's a few scenes in it where Dean has it, and they are investigating the area where the ghost worked, and Sam and Dean hear a noise in one of the lockers, and so Sam goes to open up the locker, and it's a cat, and Dean screams his head off. It's the funniest scene in the entire fucking episode.
Dean is the more
dudish
one.
The dudish one, and Sam's like the sensitive long hair. Yeah.
Alright.
But that shit was hella funny because he screamed. He's like, ah! Ah! Ah!
Dean's been in he's been in a lot of shows. Jason Ackles, right? Or Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles.
And what's the other? What's Sam?
Jared Padalecki.
There you go. So they're Padalecki.
Padalecki.
That's his name. Yeah, but Jensen Ackles, he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
He was in damn near every CW show known to man.
And now they're going to do a crossover with Scooby-Doo.
Yep, that's the big thing.
I can't wait for this.
You basically know the whole storyline for that.
Forever, pretty much. Okay, so what happens is the scene opens up into Dean wrestling a stuffed dinosaur. Okay? He beats it, whatever. All I know is that in favor of them helping the pawn shop owner gives them an old TV. And so Sam's like, no, we shouldn't take it. And Dean's like, fuck yeah, make a fucking Dean cave. In like a little man cave in their bunker where they sleep and stay and men of letters stuff. And so he makes his little Dean cave, and Castiel, Sam, and Dean turn the show on. And it's an old episode of Scooby-Doo. And they don't realize that the TV is possessed. I think it's possessed. I'm not sure. The episode doesn't come out till March 28th? 29th?
Yeah,
29th, Thursday. And they get sucked into the TV, into the episode of Scooby-Doo. And it's not going to be like your normal Scooby-Doo because it is supernatural. So there is going to be cussing. And it's not a Scooby-Doo monster. It's a supernatural monster that the Scooby Gang helps them. Yeah. Helps them defeat.
And there's probably gonna be jokes like, "Oh, normally we pull the fucking mask off."
In the trailer for it, when they first get sucked in, they walk into a little cafe and they see them and they realize what's going on. And Dean says, "Dibs on Daphne."
Nah, I can't wait to see it.
I'm so excited for this episode.
I am not near as caught up in everything. I don't know if it follows an actual story arc or...
Yes, it does.
Okay. Because I heard there's a lot of Monster of the Week episodes, so I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, there are, but this episode doesn't follow a storyline, but most of their episodes do follow a storyline.
Or at least put some of the storyline somewhere in the episode.
But this episode isn't like... It doesn't follow any part of the storyline.
So I could jump in and just
watch this episode. So you can jump in, watch this episode, and be like, that's awesome. But at the end, you might be like, wait, what the fuck's going on with that?
What's this? Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, so I'm like way... well, spoilers, everybody. I don't know if we mentioned that, but there's definitely some spoilers there. So 13 seasons, 13 years, one of the longest reigning...
And they're already working on season 14!
There's... From what it looks like,
out in October.
they could keep going and going and going.
Forever, and I'll watch it until I am old and gray. Although my hair is gray right now, not by choice. Kind of by choice.
Interesting. Fun fact. I was wondering, it was like you were trying to go for the
purple and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I dyed it purple and then it faded out into this grayish color.
Yeah, very
So it's
Storm X-Men like. Also maybe trying to go for the
who's excited for the first ever girl doctor in Doctor Who? Nobody? Just me? Alright.
We talked about it
Sorry.
right before Christmas because of our first episode, but I don't know. Did anything else happen with Doctor Who?
That wasn't her first episode. That
I
was
thought she
just
was
the
getting regenerated.
episode where Peter Capaldi regenerated into the new Doctor.
Yeah, we got
So
to
you
see
got
that.
to see her, but you don't actually get to like know her yet.
Okay, so when's
Which-
Doctor Who come back on then?
I actually don't know. I'm a very bad Whovian right now. I don't know when Doctor Who comes back. Probably in April or August.
you guys
One of
lost
those.
me.
Doctor Who, man.
Man, you guys lost me in the phone booth, man.
The phone booth. Meet you at the TARDIS.
So I'm a bad Doctor Who fan in that I never watched one episode ever.
I watched every episode.
From back in the day, like the old ones?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, fucking way.
What'd you think?
My favorite, I loved it. It's not as good, in my opinion, it's not as good as now. Well, I mean, right now we're kind of going through like this iffy phase where I don't think we're going to last for too much longer. But it's way better than it used to be because of the graphics and stuff we have now and
Versus back then.
versus back then. But I will say that my favorite Doctor is the fourth Doctor, and that's Tom Baker.
There you go.
He is my favorite.
Tom Baker.
I want a very large scarf. That's his like signature thing.
We're
Every
definitely
Doctor has
not,
a signature thing.
We're definitely not strangers to celebrities with scarves.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got Elias,
Jericho.
every known rock and roll star from here into infinity and beyond. So, speaking of Y2J, Chris Jericho, what do you think is going to be his role for WrestleMania? If he has one. Rematch
Battle
between
Royal,
him
I
and
don't know.
Kenny Omega?
Wasn't he recently still doing New Japan stuff? Any wrestling?
I
I
don't
know
know.
he was in San Francisco. With
No,
Ozzy
most
just a couple
recently
days
he
before,
just
so,
did.
Yeah.
Most recently he was on the Raw 25th.
Well, WWE was. Most recently he was like in SF like 2 days ago with Ozzy.
That sucks.
Closest he's been to us in a while, yeah.
Well, I should have went to the fucking concert. I could have seen Fozzy live. I fucked up.
Yeah. You're not the
I
only
mean,
one.
I had a baby. Some might say that's not exactly fucking up, but you know, there was a baby, and she was more important, I guess.
Takes the cake. Priorities
You
rises.
guess? What's wrong with you? I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Your father. Okay?
Both
Your
of you.
father's.
I
I
was
never said
waiting.
anything.
I was
You,
waiting.
mister, I'm gonna go to this concert and I'm gonna go to this concert. Bitch, you got kids. Shut up. You ain't doing shit. Take care of your
I was
kids.
wondering. You didn't see me just going like this.
No, you're
Come
you're
on.
One concert now.
How am I gonna get the reaction? All right,
You're just tugging.
I was poking the bear, man. Gotta do
Fuck
that
you
every
guys.
once in a while.
Fuck you, stupid cunts.
What did I do?
What did you do? Pay attention to your kids. You don't
So-
gotta go to no concert.
Chris Jericho, you guys, what do you think his role is gonna be?
Maybe the Battle Royal, if anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that they have the women's battle royal now. That's pretty legit.
And it's not named after Fabulous Moolah.
What's it named after?
And then nobody knows. They named it after Moolah, and then all the fans went crazy on the internet. And then because Snickers is a sponsor for WrestleMania, they didn't like the backlash, and they told something. And then Steph posted a tweet, and it took the name off, the Moolah name, because apparently she pimped out female talent and took fucking part of their earnings and shit, and yeah. And people were even making jokes about having a Chris Benoit shit because of the, well,
holy shit.
yeah. With,
I like what you did there.
with Snickers not liking the heat though, they took the name off. It's just a women's battle royal now.
The fabulous Royal Rumble. I mean the fabulous battle royal. That's crazy, man. I didn't know that.
Supernatural's on another break.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know our Riverdale was back from break.
But what's anything wrestling we got to get off our chest, or can we call it an episode? What do you want to do?
Oh, we should talk about this crazy shit.
I think Impact and Lucha or something like that is doing a co-branded pay-per-view.
Impact and Lucha Underground?
Something like that. It's something like that, man. I don't know.
Impact Underground?
Something. I don't know.
Scooby Natural? Anyway. What crazy shit.
Oh my god, okay, so this dude named... Hold on, I can't... It's reloading. Hold on. This dude on Twitter named Straightaway, posted this voicemail, and it's this, like, recording of a female... It's, like, all in military code. And this dude says, I don't know why I was just sent military code. The fuck do I look like Liam Neeson? And then he puts... It literally translates to danger, SOS. It is dire for you to evacuate. Be cautious. They are not human. SOS, danger, SOS. And then gives coordinates. And he says, I'm throwing my phone away. And then he says, excuse me, what is going on? And posts a picture of this random person who sent him this, like, this text in, like, a different language. And I think it's Indonesian. And it translates to the post you just shared about the recording on your phone. He got a text telling him to delete the post about the recording on his phone. And some guy said, what is it? He said, I know, right? This person says also, Mahoney? 6 pointed out that the coordinates given are very close to where the Malaysian airplane went down. What if you're hearing the black box recording? And the coordinates go to where it fucking went down. And the dude says, and a black box records the last interactions with the plane. That's why it's an SOS and save our ship. It was trying to warn us. And then he says also, and this is just to add on to my theory, because a black box records an audio message, it also records flight information as well, which is why it gives coordinates. This is where it gets a little more far out. It's an unknown number. Now an unknown number isn't always a block number. A computer will still read it as unknown. This is also all happening after 2 large solar flares were just released, causing a soon-to-be solar storm. And if you don't know, solar flares cause electromagnetic pulses in our atmosphere. And then somebody said, so with more electromagnetic activity in the air, this is why random people would be getting this call, because the signal would be amplified and sent further ranges. And then somebody said, if these black box recordings match the voicemail, are you saying that Malaysia Flight 370 encountered something non-human? Because that's what it said. It said, dire, evacuate, they're not human. And so everybody's freaking out that the Malaysia flight encountered something on the plane that wasn't human, and that's why it crashed. And now it's being covered up by a bunch of different people.